When I opened my daughter's TikTok live, she was sitting in the driver's seat of my car and said, "Okay, everyone, today we find out if it's true." My blood turned to ice. Mara was 11. She did not have keys. She did not know how to drive. The viewer count was climbing fast. Kids from her 6th grade class flooding in by the second. "So, today in science," she said brightly, holding her phone to show the steering wheel. "Mr. Halverson told us that if a car's in neutral, a kid can totally steer it down a hill no problem. Super easy. Anyone can do it. So we're testing it." No. I recognized the dashboard. It was my car, which meant she was in our driveway. The driveway at the top of the steepest road in our neighborhood. The one that dead ends at a ravine. I was at work 20 minutes away. I swiped off the live and called the house phone, praying my mother-in-law was still there watching her. It rang and rang. I called the neighbors, voicemail. I swiped back to the live, hands shaking, and now there were 3 more kids crammed into my car with her, all of them buzzing. Push it, someone chanted. Mara reached down and I watched her yank the gear shift. He said neutral, right? Neutral means it rolls. Let's go. The comments were a flood. Do it. Send it. You got this, Mara. Little hearts streaming up the screen. Her best friend was in the passenger seat filming a second angle, giggling. They genuinely believed their teacher. Why wouldn't they? Adults are supposed to tell the truth. I called 911 with my other hand, already running for my own car. My daughter's 11. She's about to roll a car down Crestline. She thinks it's a school experiment, please. The dispatcher was calm. Too calm. "Sir, are you sure she's actually in the vehicle? I'm watching it live, please. There's a ravine at the bottom of that road. Units are on the way." I swiped back. The car had started to creep. I could see the driveway sliding past the window behind her head. Her friends cheered. Mara's face flickered. For just a second, the fun drained out, and something like fear crept in as the car picked up speed, and she realized the wheel was heavier than Mr. Halverson made it sound. "Guys, it's going kind of fast," she said, and laughed nervously, and the kids in the back screamed with delight. I was doing 70 through residential streets, one hand on the wheel, one eye on my phone. On screen, the car was rolling faster now, drifting toward the curb. One of the kids in the back seat suddenly stopped laughing. "Mara, stop it! Stop the car!" But none of them knew how. They didn't know about the brake pedal, didn't know it took strength, didn't know anything except a man they trusted had told them this was safe. I screeched onto Crestline and saw it. My car, halfway down the hill, weaving, gaining speed. My daughter's small hands fighting a wheel that didn't want to obey. I floored it down the hill after her, laying on the horn. Through the live, I could hear her now, the phone still propped on the dash, her voice gone high and scared. "It won't stop. Why won't it stop?" I pulled alongside, screaming out my window for her to turn the wheel toward the grass, toward the soft embankment, away from the ravine. I don't know if she heard me or just got lucky. The car clipped the curb, jumped onto someone's lawn, plowed through a hedge, and slammed nose first into a parked landscaping trailer with a crunch that stopped my heart. Silence, then crying. All 4 of them, but crying. Crying means breathing. I was out of my car before it fully stopped, ripping her door open. Mara had a split lip and a seatbelt bruise across her chest. She'd buckled up, thank God, out of habit. The others were shaken, scraped, but alive. The trailer had stopped them 8 feet from where the road dropped away. The ambulances came, the police came, and then, because the live had been seen by half the school, the parents came, and so did Mr. Halverson, who'd apparently driven over when a colleague showed him the video. I had my daughter wrapped in a blanket on the curb when he approached, pale, stammering. I was just joking around. It was a joke. How was I supposed to know they'd actually— I stood up. I wanted to put him through the trailer his lie had nearly killed my child against. Instead, I pulled out my phone, still recording, and held it up to his face. "Say it again," I said. "Say the joke again. Loud. Everyone's watching." He didn't. He couldn't. The video already had 2 million views, and the district fired him before Mara's lip even healed.